Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the heavyweight bout in PFL between Marcelo Nunes versus Maurice Greene. And the high season right here, I'm going low confidence. Marcelo Nunes to beat Maurice Greene. So yeah, it's low confidence. I feel like the confidence that shift from this to this and that all the way from all the way high maybe to all the way low. And it's gonna stick with low. Low sticking. This the video sticking with low. I just feel like I didn't really like Marcelo. I don't really like Marcelo Nunes' resume so far. I'm not saying he got a bad record. I'm just saying I just feel like he hasn't really been tested all that much. I mean, he got a good submission over Malouvis, who's originally a middleweight, which is like, oh my God, that's not a great look. Like, that's a middleweight. And the middleweight was seemingly looking stronger than you, more physically than you, was taking you down, and was, beating you in the grapple department, at least in the MMA standpoint. Like, he was controlling the position, landing clean shots on you. But he played with fire too much, and then you were able to hit a sweep. And then once that sweep happened, you got on top, the fight was over at that point. Maurice Greene, I don't feel like he's going to play jiu-jitsu with you. He's bigger. He's a more dangerous striker. He's a true heavyweight. And if he's been taking anything with from John Jones and actually can use that, which, like I said, I'm not really banking on him to do that. I feel like a lot of guys train with great fighters, but they might overall as a fighter, as a martial artist, get better. But as a fighter, and like as far as where it really matters coming down to winning, I feel like a lot of times they don't have to get better. And I'm really expecting from Maurice Greene, especially when you got an issue of fading beyond, like, matter of fact, I think his whole career, as far as I've seen it, in kickboxing and MMA, for the large majority of his career, the man seems to fade after the first round. Gets flat-footed, defense is non-existent. First round, he looks pretty solid. Like, this guy could be a solid heavyweight. I mean, he is a solid heavyweight, but like this guy, he could potentially go places or could have went places. But then after that first round, flat feet, flat on defense, chin just there. And same thing happened. Like, I predicted so many times, like, on his exits from the UFC, like against Greg Hardy, second round knockout. The guy gets flat after this round. This guy gets flat after this round. So second round sub, second round TKO every time. Bing, 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 bing. And once again, I'm going second round stoppage, going second round sub for Marcelo Nunes. I feel like Maurice Greene could look like a killer through the first round, probably give people a lot of promise in that first round. But I think eventually, second round, he's going to look flat. And then Marcelo Nunes is going to be at a maybe throw overhand or fake overhand and then blast through him, get him to drag him to the mat, then tap him out like short succession, or maybe drop some ground and pound on him, and then weigh on him, and then tap him out like second round. But yeah, that's just a bad stamp. That's a bad asterisk on your style, on you as a fighter, to be flat after the first round historically. It's not like he has shown phenomenal grappling defense. I feel like in the gym he has shown somewhat, like a little tape I've seen with him with Curtis Blades and with this and whatnot. Like, oh, his takedown defense ain't that bad. But again, highlights. And then they clip it, the next thing you know, he on the ground. So like, probably with the first 5 minutes of sparring, his takedown defense looked pretty decent. But everything after the first round, first 5 minutes, that man just kind of gets flat. I'm not saying he turns mediocre, but definitely less than optimal and can be exploited. And again, I'm going second round sub. That's all I need to say right here. But hey, low confidence. He trained with the right people. Marcelo Nunes ain't super impressive, to be honest. I know his accolades in BJJ is solid, but as far as the MMA fighter, he ain't done nothing that super impressed me. He just did what he's supposed to do for the most part and struggled with a middleweight who isn't like a super phenomenal. Malouvis is a very underrated, very talented middleweight. But again, you go based off what have you done, and Malouvis fell out the UFC. Like, he looked like promise on the Contender Series, fell flat in the UFC. So who's that? A failed UFC prospect to otherwise, and he moved heavyweight, and you were having issues with him. Yeah. So, but again, there's definitely more history, especially, and also losses connected to history on Maurice Greene's side. So, yeah, I'm leaning to Marcelo Nunes here, Nunes. So yeah, in this one, I got Marcelo Nunes via second round submission.